Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Colquhoun Conquers as we start our time in the lovely year of summer. How can you tell it's summer? Well, it's currently pissing it down with rain. I suppose I should be a wee bit careful about using that kind of language at the start of our YouTube video, but hey ho, what are you going to do about it? From some people's point of view, it's not even, swearing, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so far we've had a pretty decent spring. We've nearly managed to get our second area done here. We've managed to temporarily get rid of a lot of these clothes, but they're still everywhere. It's nice to see people in the comments as well saying that, yeah, you know, clothes coming off is definitely going to be one of the most annoying things, and it is. At least we've managed to get the majority of them out and away over here, and by having them here, just being directly put into this wardrobe, when they're made, hopefully that'll mean that Martin is, not causing a lot of litter around the place. But still, we managed to get a good bit of people leaving there. Jeannie and Catherine have both left, and that's a good amount of reputation and a lot of payment from how well satisfied they were. And we've got a couple of job seekers coming in as well. Having a wee look at the old family tree. Thomas hasn't quite managed to become an adult quite yet. He's still juvenile. Catherine's looking like a very good catch for him. So potentially we'll be adding new blood to the family coming in a wee bit. Who's this? Fergus? You are good at harvesting. You are good at harvesting. I'll maybe kind of keep you about on the back burner. Rachel's very good at hauling, and we do have a fair bit of hauling to do. I mean, harvesting's actually one of the ones, you know what, we'll get you to leave. Angus, we've got anybody who's good at planting. Angus is alright, but he's not the best. Burger. Yeah, you're not really good at planting. You're good at lumberjacking, which to be fair isn't much of what we're needing. Yeah, it's mostly just farming and livestock tasks. I think we might just get you to go. Can you build? Not really. Nah. I don't think you're worth the 59 to hire a day, so we'll just get you to go. Alright, what you got for us? Some berries, we'll buy them. Some kale seeds. We've got a couple of them in inventory, so I think we're okay for just now. You have a ewe. We have plenty of ewes. Do not worry your little cotton socks about that. But you will buy off us both our linen and our leather stuff here, so interesting. We'll have to keep that in mind. Do you want to sell any of the cats? No. Do you want to buy some fish? I mean, we could. Kind of a disappointing trader, all things considered, but you know, we'll buy off some berries off you, and that'll do us for just now. And then in the meantime, maybe we're just going to work away a little bit. That's all. And yeah, overall, things are looking fairly good. Again, all these clothes around here, I'm really not too happy about that, but essentially this will be less of an issue once we get rid of these clothing baskets and we start to use more of these wardrobes. We'll start to stop leaving them, half of them, lying about the place. I'm quite happy with how well this this house is coming together. Apologies if you can hear that ice cream van in the background. As we all know, November is a fantastic time to have ice cream in Scotland. I'm quite surprised the traders aren't coming around with it as we speak. But yeah, maybe not the best time of years in terms of like a business plan for that, but who knows? To be fair, I could be completely wrong. Could be that everybody's out for ice cream at the moment. I'm just the only one sitting inside playing this. Who knows? But yeah, overall things looking pretty well. We've nearly managed to get our little cordoned off area here. These berry bushes aren't quite ready to harvest, but hopefully they will be soon. In the meantime, we've got a lot of planting stuff to do, but at least we're able to get some help with our little workers. And in the meantime, we're also just going out, we're harvesting our stuff. A lot of tasks to do. Quite a bit of building to do, and quite a lot of farming and such to do as well. But if we can just get, the peat harvested for these things here, that would be fantastic. We are kind of working away on that. Not so much up here, but I imagine it's coming in a wee bit. We're running a little bit low on logs, so we will have to do another tiny little bit of deforestation at some point. Potentially actually coming around here, we'll pick up some of these mushrooms. Our food isn't bad, but it's certainly not good. And you'd kind of hope it would be on a sort of different trend at this point, rather than continuously kind of sticking around, because, obviously we're making our onions, we're making our stuff here, we got our cooking pot. Fortunately as well, our ice seems to, it's not going to be staying much longer. Yeah, you can see here, even with the ice there, the room has already, basically come up to the point where it's not going to be able to stay cool any longer. Yeah, 14 degrees, a very, very, very warm and nice 25 degrees outside. Well, nice for most people, maybe not so nice for myself, but a lot of people say I'm the weird one. Who would have thought? Oh, look at that, we actually got some tartan cloth done as well, which is good. Hopefully we'll be able to make some nice plaid from that. We need another one of that. Be a while, I think, until we have some decorative tartan, admittedly, unless Martin's making another bit of tartan here. Could happen. I mean, we've got the one out of the two that we would like to have, but it seems like we're just making linen cloth at the moment. We're having to make an awful lot of linen cloth, just in order to make sure that we're still making them. The flooring is done, nearly. There's one more fancy wooden floor that needs to be done. We've probably really gone through our nail supplies, haven't we? We have a wee look at our simple smithy. We did have lots of nails hanging about. We've actually gone through a lot of nails. So we're going to need to get some more iron together for that. Just more tasks to be added on to the old task list, which is fine. You know, we're working away. That's the main thing here. We've got lots of tools that have been taken care of here. Got a little bit more peat that needs to be harvested, so let's get around to that. Summertime should be that these berries are nearly done. Any kind of time now. This heather patch is quite nice. Yeah, 3 out of 4 for berries. So we'll go and harvest a lot of berries just to make sure that we have the dried berries not only for keeping but also for making into rations. The amount of clothes that are piling up here is kind of ridiculous, but we should hopefully deal with that in a wee bit. Other than that, we've got plenty of raw eels. I kind of wonder if we actually do just start cooking some of these raw eels as well again, because we're kind of keeping them for our cooking pots, but I mean, it might just be worth just putting a couple of them on the fire just to keep them going, especially given that we are, you know, spending the time to harvest them as well. I mean, a part of me is kind of wondering, did we maybe get rid of the eel traps and maybe think about doing something else? I mean, is there anything else we could do? We could think about over here replacing this with a fishing spot, actually, so maybe we will do that. Break down this eel trap, replace it with fish, and then we can start fishing from this area here. It's a little bit more labor intensive fishing, but it does produce nicer food, and it gives you another thing that you can smoke. I don't like the fact that it's tartan cloth. This tartan cloth is actually quite valuable, guys. Please don't leave that out in the middle of nowhere. Thank you very much. Who's this? Janet? I didn't see you there, Janet, but of course you can stay the night. You can have it in the lovely little room that is currently just full of clothes. Didn't quite realise the time it was, and I didn't quite realise that there's wolf o'clock coming through here. These need to be gone. Where's Huntress? There they go. Go on, Gab. Because I do not want them hanging around my livestock, if at all possible. We'll get them hunted. Looks like they're eating a dead fox that was kind of left around. Hopefully, I mean, our sheep are kind of in danger here. But I guess if they've just eaten, then we should be alright. We've got the dogs protecting everybody, but yeah, not too happy with the fact that sheep is still out there. Wish there was a way that you could sort of like say to people, right, gather your animals and put them inside for the evening. Just kind of keep them a bit safer from predators, but I suppose they're kind of just meant to just be out and grazing at the moment anyway. If anything, maybe we're the ones that are spoiling them, who knows. Now, thinking as well, so we've currently got 3 days of food. How are we doing for rations? Absolutely nothing so far, and I imagine it's because we don't really have any dried berries at the moment. Don't know if they're maybe being eaten or if people are just kind of working their way around it. Especially if we're kind of like limited a little bit with the amount of peat that we have dried. That might be part of the reason why we're struggling a little bit for our dried berries, because they will require the simple peat stoves in order to make, and then they require that as well. Let's turn off that keep lit as well. That should probably have been turned off earlier, but I am a silly Billy. Never mind, you're off keep lit. Yeah, at least this way we can now save just a little bit of fuel. What we got here, a little bit. You are a good miner. We could maybe just do with you just mining away. We've got a decent amount of coin actually. Yeah, you could just be like a main miner and then you're kind of decent-ish at everything else. If we just say, hey, you're mining or you're planting or you're building, yeah, we'll hire you for a little bit and then we'll get you going away. Joan, unfortunately, you're really good at harvesting, but you're not quite what we're looking for, so I think we're just going to get you to go. And Hugh, again, really good at harvesting, quite good at crafting. We have much crafting to do? Not particularly. It's mostly mining, mostly hauling, so I think we'll just tell you to go as well, I'm afraid. I think we've probably got maybe just a wee bit too many people around for just now, but if we can get Ludovic here and we can just mine out all of these bits here. Ah, there we go. So we've actually managed to complete our fishing area done already. Let's say, hey, we want to have at least 5 fish. And you know, we can start to make something with that, with the raw fish that we get from that. And yeah, I want to just kind of like mine out the entirety of this iron seam. It's very, very good. Ludovic is actually a very good miner, which is great. He's got his iron pick as well. He's just working away. Gonna get us lots and lots and lots of iron for us to use. And we'll probably just change it all into nails, I would imagine. But this is the way things go. Other than that, the flock seems to be doing alright, which is great. There we go, we can gather up some berries. They're maybe not quite done yet, but hopefully there's some that are quite finished. And they're looking nearly there. 3 out of 4, so close. Close, but not quite enough. And yeah, in the meantime, we can all just have a wee sleep. There's a ewe around there. There we go, we got some fish there, so now we can smoke some fish, so we will. This does require 10 fish. So you know what, I'm going to say, hey, we want to have 100 smoked fish. And probably at the limit, let's just say we want 10 fish instead. I said 15, 10. Because at least that will mean that we can at least make our raw fish from that. Or smoked fish. Turn the raw fish into smoked fish. I swear, sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm surprised I can get out of bed. But there we go. How are we doing for straw? Straw's doing fine. We've managed to grab a whole bunch there. We're actually going to replant these reeds as well, if we can. That'd be great. Because we'll probably need some more. I'm actually going to say harvest even more straw. Just because I know how much we can use. We're doing all right just now because we're obviously re-roofing the various bits here with thatch, so we're getting a lot of straw back from that. But we can go through an awful lot of straw as things kind of go by. We're still building away, that's fine. These roads obviously aren't a necessity, but they are quite nice to have. Still can't get gather anything. Because what it will mean is it'll just mean that the people that are kind of coming in and out, various workers, etc., at least we managed to get to sort of homestead a little bit quicker. We've managed to do the majority of like the paths. It's a little bit more of a path over here, but we can get around to that pretty easily. The only thing we need to do is make sure we're getting this peat up and storing it somewhere nice and dry if possible. Yeah, everybody's going around. We have a little look at how many seeds we have. We have loads of onion seeds. We've got loads of neep seeds, loads of kale seeds. As far as our grains go, oat grain could be better. That is for sure. That is for sure. So these would be ingredients we need to look at. Lots of straw, decent amount of hay, lots of oats. So I'm not too worried about the oats. We might make some bros as well going forward. Let's have a little look at the clothing as was stated. So we do have some fine straw stuff, which I'm alright with. We've got no sackcloth left, no sackcloth shirts, no sackcloth hats, as well as cloaks and bottoms. So we're all good in that front. Might actually say to them, hey, let's make some woolen hats as well. Yeah, let's say, hey, let's make sure we got at least 15 of them. I wonder if we just say 15 as well for all of these. I'm going to say let's turn off alerts for like the wool stuff. We're not actually that bothered by that. Might go through at some point and kind of turn a lot of this stuff off as well, because I don't like how much alerts they kind of get on the thing. I almost feel like that should be reserved for like food and that, or you know, oh, there's a big old fire, by the way, so you better watch out for that. But I can just go in and do the settings myself. It's just me being awfully lazy that's doing that. Yes, we should be able to get a whole bunch of stuff here. The mushrooms seem to have actually picked up our food reserves bit, which is good. All these dried mushrooms are going to help us out quite a bit. We can get all these berries as well, get some nice dried berries, as long as we can get the peat for that. Part of me wonders if we... I mean, I was just saying, oh, we don't really need a harvester, but maybe we do need a harvester more than I think. Ludovic, how are you doing? Yeah, you're going to give us a little bit of reputation, that's good. I mean, you've done actually really well at mining out this mountain. It's definitely like a lot lower, or a lot less of this mountain than was here before. You are actually very, very good at that, which is nice. Almost to the point where it's like I'm sitting there going, oh, Sophia, how old are you? Where was old Sophia? She's here somewhere. Let me find her. There she is. I mean, she's nearly grown up as well. So we could... I mean, I'm certainly more impressed with you than I am, say, with like Duncan. Duncan's alright, but I might even just get Duncan to go. Yeah, you know what, Duncan, get you to leave. Thank you very much for the work you've done. You've been very, very helpful. But we're going to get you to go. Giving us a nice little bit of reputation there, just from the fact he's so well satisfied. And getting some more reputation will be really, really nice. We've got to level up with anybody soon. McFarlane we're actually really close to. you know, 448 out of 500. They're definitely the one that likes us the most, and we do like them. James is a McFarlane, so we keep him happy, and hopefully we'll get out. I'm really upset this bit of tailoring stuff is still being left out in the rain, though. Now, as for stuff we could do about that, what could we do? Supply shelf is not what we're looking for. We're looking for like a different kind of shelf. Which, textile shelf? Yeah, that would be what we'd need. Can't really fit it by the bed. Kinda can. Actually, I do tell a lie. Yeah, just don't really have the boards for it. And it's still out in the rain anyway, so I think we put that there, and then that means that, you know, we've got the whole thing ready there. Probably do it with that table being a bit closer, but it's by the by. Either way, things looking pretty good. James, our new guest, he's going to get her nice and satisfied, which is great as we continue to work throughout. Got our goats there. Let's have a little check up on our animals, and including our animal numbers. So Mr. Clucker 2 is still a juvenile for now, which will be why we're getting so many eggs. Be nice if we could store those eggs a wee bit better, but fortunately I don't believe we can. Still can't even cook some, but that's alright. We'll get around to it. Just gotta keep on collecting those eggs, people, when you get a wee second. I'm almost feeling like we're running out of beds again, which is kind of crazy, but I guess is what happens when you have so many chickens. But yep, there we go. Another day done and dusted. Ah, perfect. These berries are now ripe for harvesting, so you know what? We're going to get to say to people, hey, go ahead and harvest. If we can get some more harvesters, some more gatherers, that'd be fantastic. Because we want these berries, 1 for getting dried berries, and 2 for planting our own berry bushes that are going to be a bit closer. There's an awful lot of berries we're going to be grabbing, but I'm actually fine with that. And foxes roaming about as well. Not that we really have to worry so much about food just now, because we'll come into autumn soon enough. And besides, with all the oats that we have as well, all the sheafs that we have, I'm not feeling too bad about making some bros in the future. Beautiful amount of reputation. James is actually incredibly happy today, which is fantastic. Who we got? We got Marjorie, who's not really screaming out at me. What? What are you good at? Not very much. So we'll maybe come back to that. Now, buying some clean wool and some nails is a good idea as far as I'm concerned. Onion seeds we don't require. Let's go ahead and we'll sell off a couple of those baskets. You know, we'll use up a couple of our branches, but that's okay. We could be selling you a couple more of our animals too, but we're kind of saving a couple of them. I wonder if we maybe... I don't want to sell Gertie too. Maybe sell you like 2 or 3 of our older hens, because we can make quite a bit of money off of that. And that should at least let us keep the people about for a little bit longer. These lambs, keep them for a little bit longer just so we can slaughter them. That'll be fine. Yeah, off you go. Thank you very much. You're McFarlane. Hopefully, I mean, with that reputation, we might actually have got ourselves all the way up to number 3 for the future, which would be great. I'm gonna buy some more hay. We don't need the hay. I'll buy some more berries as well, just because they have them. Do I get another cat? Is the other question I have. I think we're actually okay. If anything, I'd like more dogs rather than cats. I haven't seen too many rats coming about so far, put it that way. Yeah, there we go. McFarlane, tier number 3. That's great. So we can now get wool hanks and wool cloth off you as well. And we can obviously buy cows too. We haven't actually had any cows come through yet, so we haven't had to worry about that. Those sows are incredibly cheap. Well, that one's a senior, so that's a bit tricksy. I guess you could buy that and then just eat it, I suppose. Some smoked fish as well. Oh, I'll spend a little bit of money on that fish. We can always put that in the smoker, that's fine. Eels we got plenty of. Kale we don't have any of, but we can get some soon. Do we get a sow? No, I think we just leave it. Just leave it for now. Yeah, there we go. I'm quite happy with that. Now, what... Yeah, what, Marjorie, you're really not screaming out for me as being particularly useful. So, yeah. I think we just get you to go. Just not really feeling it from either of you. There we are, lovely jubbly. Right, let's try and get some of these berries gathered up, please, if we can. Because I'd rather they not all just sort of stay out and rot and be eaten by the animals, if at all possible. A lot of work to do, but that's okay. We're getting it done. You love to see it. Thomas, how you doing? You're nearly fully grown, which will be good. I mean, I feel like we're going to finish up this this new house. We're going to need to build another one because we've got so many people in the family now. We could start, you know, marrying out, but I actually quite like having this sort of larger family. It definitely feels a lot more involved, shall we say. There we go, so we've got the textile shelf down there. Let's get this fresh hide out of the way. Can we get this clean hide done as well, please? Thank you. That would be preferable. Got some smoked meats coming out. Very good. And overall, things are looking on the up and up. Martin's still working away. Just wish this was inside, so you could really use that bed a little bit better, but I'm sure we'll get there. These hides as well, is there anywhere we can put them? We might be able to put them in the wardrobe. Potentially actually in the other bit there. We'll see where they're putting them. Oh no, they're actually going to put them on the beds, which is actually exactly where I want them to put them. I want them to put them on these beds. That's the whole point of making them, is to make the beds look a little bit nicer and you know, actually do a little bit more. Yeah, Martin's just working away. Plenty of nice, good clothes now, which is great. Part of me does wonder if we even need to really have the fine straw stuff anymore. We could potentially just get rid of that. Now that we have access to both linen and leather, as well as wool. Probably don't need it anymore. Sell it another time. Ludovic, how you doing? You're still mining away, and you know what? I love you for it. You have actually been incredibly helpful in that regard. So you just carry on doing that. You are not particularly good at harvesting or gathering, unfortunately. So yeah, you know what? You just crack on, mate. Just keep on mining the mines. Look at all this iron that we've got available. Oh, beautiful. I don't think we even had that many mountains in this map, but we've been rather blessed with a plentiful supply of iron. Which, with Ludovic, he can just come around and he can just, you know, mine all that up and then get us sorted out. Sophia's up there and helping as well. And then everybody else is working too. Lovely jubbly. Do we have anybody? Let's have a wee look at our skills. Who is the best at harvesting? Elspeth, actually. Elspeth, you know what? I wonder if we maybe say to you, you should actually be concentrating on harvesting more. I guess Thomas is also good at harvesting, but he also gathers a lot. And it'd be nice if we got some more harvesting done, because we have a lot of harvesting jobs, and to be fair, a lot of gathering jobs as well. I guess mostly that's to do with the berries. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. I would really like to get this peat done, so I'm actually going to make this a higher priority. We having an issue with our spades? No, we have 3 spades still. We're doing fine on that regard. How are we doing here? We should have plenty of dry bricks and tiles and that, and maybe I should say, hey, just go and collect those, would you? Because we should be almost certainly nearly done with this, right? In fact, yeah, it looks like we are actually starting to build it, so that'll be good. This will be a huge boost to us if we're able to make some nice, proper bricks. What do we have here? Let's have a little double check of our plans again. Who's the next nearest to upgrading? Actually, Anderson, so we'll maybe... You are Anderson. We'll wait for you. You're McGregor. You're also McGregor. Interesting. And we're not really using these rooms, so we could actually just fire some people in here. So yeah, James, you can come in. You're going to stay in here. I think we just allow these people in as much as we can. And just, you know, deal with the... deal with maybe the one night's bad sleep for the people that are staying about. So yeah, you stay, and you stay as well. So we'll give you this bed here. We'll give you this bed here. There we go. Beautiful. So yeah, come in, enjoy the lovely nights as we're still just working away. Margaret, how close are you to popping? Very, very close. So we're going to have another baby on our hands very shortly. As the family just continues to grow, which is good. Although it does feel like every single time the family grows, there's just more jobs that need done. So let's say, perfect. So we should have this brick kiln. I'm actually going to say put that high priority because I do want that built sooner rather than later, so we can start to do some more things with tiles, specifically maybe doing tile roofing, because we're having a little bit of issue getting all this peat together. Although part of it could just be that it's not drying quite fast enough. Hopefully we get a nice trader in the morning that gives us a whole bunch of peat so we can essentially finish up this room. I might actually say that, hey, this roof here is the higher priority out of all of the roof. There's not much left to do in terms of the roof, because it's like basically just Mr. Clucker's pen and a little bit of stuff here. Close that vent as well, just to make sure that we're not going to be wasting, you know, precious heat in the future. There we go, day 124. Wonderful. Even close this vent here for just now, so that should then mean they're not same as the outdoor temperature. And the main benefit is obviously we're going to get a lot of reputation from James. James is loving life. Look at that satisfaction rate. You know, Henriette having a nice time. Eva, now she's a pessimist, so she's not particularly, you know, happy, but she's pretty satisfied. You know, they've had a nice bit to eat. You know, they're by a nice fire. They're having a nice time. Would be better if this is a larger room, but we might even just move this stone fireplace out of here at some point. And there we go, we've now got clay bricks and clay tiles. So let's start making some of them. Say 200 of each, might as well. Fire up the clay. Rev up those fryers, as they would say. And there we go, boom, nice bit of coin there. Nans, what are you good at? You're really good at hauling? Do we want to just bring somebody in to just do hauling? We've got a lot of hauling jobs. Might as well. McFarland as well. Hire you for a little bit. And Harry, how are you doing? We've got plenty of iron ore, but I will always buy more iron ore, and I'll buy some more stuff there. Buy some more dry peat as well. Hopefully that'll get us done. We'll sell off some of our baskets. And I believe that's going to be it. Can never go wrong with just buying something. You know what, we'll even buy some iron ingots, because just getting some of that is always good. So yeah, there we go. We're burning away, getting some clay bricks together to get done in patches of 50. So we should be able to make a whole bunch of bricks pretty quickly. And there we go. Good stuff. All right. Nans, get to work. Get to hauling, please. Thank you very much. We've got plenty of jobs need doing. Plenty of people to do those jobs now. The one nice thing about having all these workers come and work for us is that, like, obviously we don't have to wait for our own guys to have the skills for it. That means that hopefully we're able to actually get some proper work done. Oh, it's going to be very close before we're finished with these bits here. I can feel it. Just a few more dry peat bricks as soon as they dry in the peat stack. Fortunately, it does seem they've done the other bit of the roof first, but that's okay. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long. Nan's just busy hauling away a lot of stuff. I mean, with the amount of stuff that we have lying around, it's no surprise that it's going to take a while to get everything hauled together. Fortunately, at least we have the nice, you know, cobblestone, or sorry, gravel paths, not cobblestone. I wish they were cobblestone. That'd be very, very nice. And we can use, so she can just work her full day just running around, just, you know, cleaning up after everybody. Just the worst possible job, I would imagine. Yeah, just having to pick things up one by one. Okay, perfect. So that's our first little bit there. So what we've got, dry brick stacks, bloomery, kitchens, masonry places, smithy. Now it's starting to happen. What is this bloomery? Uses ore and charcoal to produce bloom. Okay. I'm guessing that is going to be better than our current clay bloomery. So we do have enough for that. We will have enough clay. We will have the rock as well. I say we break down this clay bloomery and we're going to replace it with our new one. We actually have a nice new smithy as well. So let's go ahead. We'll say, hey, you're going to just produce here for now. The idea is not for it to sit here, but as soon as we can, we move it over the other bit there. Let's get this bloomery done nice and ASAP, because we can then just get rid of this simple smithy afterwards. And what else do we get? We got a kitchen, which is more advanced meals and does not throw sparks. This would be a fantastic addition to this room here. I feel like this room is kind of almost like our little kitchen area. Part of me does wonder if we just get rid of this fireplace in here, because people like to kind of sit in here for the fireplace, and they're not getting the benefit of like having the nicer rooms. Same kind of thing in here. Like obviously we have the fireplace in here, but we can almost do like an actual proper like living room rather than a bit here. Something more similar like this, where we got this nice little flagstone area. I mean, it would also mean that we don't have to worry about it so much. So yeah, let's break that down. Get some hand tools back. We don't have to worry. We then don't really have to worry about these flammable blockers either. And it means we should have less food ending up outside, at least for the time being. And yeah, things going okay. How are we doing? We've got some filling rations together, which is good. They are getting old, so I do kind of want to use them. Part of me does want to go out and explore a little bit more. We've only got two places that really, yeah, we've got 2 places that really need to be explored. Now, we could do that in the winter as well, and just kind of hold off. Because we do have a lot of jobs needing done. It's summer, we need to get things done, we need to Make sure we're harvesting things. We need to make sure that we're going to actually finish this area off here. That'd be great. Make sure we're harvesting some more peat as well. Plenty of bloom ready to go. I mean, you can really see how much we've hammered this area here when it comes to the actual peat itself. Definitely taking a wee while. As for here, we've also got our storage. So we've got our masonry, cut blocks, bricks, and tiles. And there you go. That's giving us dry tile stacks, tile tables. Let's get ourselves a wee masonry place here and pop that there. We can even get ourselves our dry brick stacks for storing our dry bricks and our other stuff. So we could actually even put them... Where would be the best place to put them? I guess I actually put him there. Yeah, dry brick stack, and then get a dry tile stack and put them there. And then we can always just get the masonry stuff and put that there. Make sure as well that this bit is covered. There's more thatch, I know, but it needs to be done. And then that just means we can move off these dried tiles off these kind of stacks here, so we can use it for other things as well. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm feeling pretty nice. Get some more berries. Any more berries we can harvest? Might as well while they're in season. We've gotten the peat coming in. There we go, looking good. Is it Andrew McFarlane? You know what? I'll never say no against some free rep. And Lachlan Anderson, that's the one we want. So in you come. We'll actually say, hey, you don't go in that first one, because this one might not be the best one, because people are going to be in here, especially when the stone fireplace is done. They're going to be cooking stuff in there. Now this room is done, and it is actually properly in a room. So now I think we say to Martin, hey, get rid of that bed. This is now... Oh, didn't actually trigger you. This is now your bed. So this bed is now owned by Martin and Elspeth. They're going to live here in this lovely little room here, this lovely large room. We should see here that their mood is pretty good because they've got a large room, they've got a private room, they've got a really comfy bed. They're loving life. Lachlan is your neighbour, I'm afraid, but he's having a good time there. He's got another large room, he's very well satisfied. Everybody's loving life. Why on earth? I thought we didn't have any sackcloth bottoms, but let's break that down. Do not like the fact as well that we are tempting fate by having flammable stuff there, so we'll say in the Hearthstone area there's no flammables to be allowed. Poor old Margaret is actually sleeping on the floor when she's just about to pop out a wee baby as well, so poor lass. Yeah, sorry about that, Margaret. You know, you would have thought one of the John could have potentially, like, you know, not slept there, but we definitely... Oh, okay, there's something bad happening down here. That's that gosh darn bit over there. Alright, come on. Right, everybody fight that fire. That is not good. Oh, the danger of leaving stuff out. As we can see right there, because these things here, the sackcloth here, you can see highly flammable. This is going to be spitting out sparks. Should never have allowed that stuff to sit there. Oh, that could have been bad. Fortunately, the bit that got burnt was the bit where we store all the water. So, at least that's good in a sense. But it would be very nice if people could get up and sort this out. I'm going to say actually high priority, get these things out of here as fast as possible. Yeah, we shouldn't have any more of this sackcloth stuff. If we do, I'm going to be very annoyed. We've got some fine sackcloth, but I can deal with that. There we go. People are going around. Lachlan's gone. I was very rudely awakened in the middle of the night because my the place where I'm, you know, staying just started to burn down. There we go. Perfect. Get them out of the way. But he's now here. He's very well satisfied. He's cheerful. You know, he's sitting there by a fireplace. He's in a nice large room. You know, look at that. Having a lovely time. I mean, the environment score in these rooms as well is pretty nice too. So you've got to appreciate it. Lachlan's having a good time. Andrew's having a good time. Overall, people incredibly happy. Now, we do also have these tiled peat stoves for some longer lasting heat. So I wonder if we can potentially get rid of this old stone peat stove and replace it with that. Need to see as well if this campfire is actually enough to finish this off as well. Yeah, people are making up some more of the dried berries. That's fine. That's fair. As we do some more lovely reputation. Anderson's so close. And do we have Hutchin? What are you good at? You're good at building. Do we have much building left to do? Not really, no. So I'm afraid I'm going to ask you to leave. Jean, you're bringing out... You know what? I'll buy some mushrooms. They're pretty cheap off you. I'll even buy some logs off you, why not? We'll sell you some baskets in return. Thank you very much. Donald, how you doing? Get you some straw off you, some oats, some hay, some straw. Love it. Broad beans, bit of hay, bit of straw. Pretty expensive, but you know what? We'll give you a bunch of fertilizer in return. Bring up that clan reputation, give us some money. Off you trot. Thank you very much. Joan, how are you? Not very good. Nah. Off you go. Not needing your services today. Thank you very much for coming. Let's get this tartan cloth out the way, please, and thank you very much. Martin, you're being an awfully messy pup. You're leaving things out in the rain. There we go. We've got this stuff here ready to be stored. And we're still making our stuff there. So yeah, now that we're actually making our stuff, I think we maybe say that we want to try and make ourselves our wee kitchen over here. This bowl stand doesn't need to be here. This tool rack's kind of useless here because I don't feel like anybody actually comes in here for the tools. So I'm actually going to move that tool rack over to here. Let's move this bowl rack over to here because I need somewhere that I can put this kitchen at all possible. Now, this smoker we can move. This ash wash I think we can move into the corner. Or can we move it somewhere else? Good point, good point. We do want it somewhere where it's going to be nice and warm, so there you go. Ah, perfect. So we've now got the access to tile floors and tile roofs. Because we finally managed to do that. That's good. So, no, completely inflammable. The similar roof span as well, 3 tiles. Does require planks, does require nails. Quite a lot of work to go into that. Tile floor just needs tile and clay. Pretty fast. Not quite as nice as a fancy wood floor, but still pretty good. Now, how are we going to fit this kitchen in? Is the big old question. These jugs... Do we need them there? Actually, we kind of need a dipper over in this bit here. I'm just realising. Let's get ourselves a wee water dipper over there when we can. How on earth can we get ourselves a lovely little kitchen? Sits in here. This corner would be perfect for it to sit. We'd almost need to move over this cooking pot, which we could do. Let's just pop the ash wash back there. We'll move the cooking pot along one. I'll have to move this mushroom rack somewhere else. But that's okay. Yep, there we go. Move over this wee stove. Oh, can't do it quite yet because it needs to be put back up. Or it needs to be taken down before we can do that. That's okay. There we go. Got ourselves a wee cooking pot there. Kitchen will go here. Where will this mushroom rack go? To be fair, this mushroom rack doesn't need to be here. We could move it. We could always move it into the bit here, because if I remember correctly, the mushroom rack, and I've rain stop and the cold stop, so we don't want it somewhere that's going to be cold over winter. Our herb rack there. Our bowl stand. We're holding tallow. You also get stopped by the heat, so we want to put you somewhere warm as well. Decisions. Where on earth are we going to put you guys? I don't think we need as many hide shelves anymore. We're not making that as much hide, so I think we just move the mushroom rack over into here. I think that's a decent amount of movement to do. In fact, rather than... I mean, we put it over there now, so it's fine. What we'll do is we'll put ourselves a wee kitchen down. The ash wash will move over here instead, I think, rather than the mushroom rack. A lot of moving around on our last day of, or halfway through summer, but it's for a good point. My madness has a point, I'm sure. There we go, managed to move things around. Good stuff, good stuff. How you doing, Thomas? You're nearly there. A little bit more growing to do, but that's okay. We're spending quite a bit of money on these 3 workers, but I think it is useful and quite handy to do. The fact that we finished off this house is great, but we're going to need to build another one. Is the only thing. I do quite like these daub walls. These daub walls seem to be working quite well, but we could always go a little bit fancier if we want to. Now, as far as our clan goes, I think Anderson has leveled up, which is great. Pringle's halfway, and McGregor's not quite close enough, so probably actually we want Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you can stay the night. We'll let you stay there. Samuel, you know what, I'll let a couple of people stay the night just so we have a little bit of extra stuff. McFarlane. Another McFarlane? Is it double McFarlane? No, I'm just talking at my backside. There's an Anderson. I don't believe we have enough space for you guys, so I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you guys to go, because we've already got people, you know, like sitting on the floor and that. Sleeping on the floor, sorry. Yeah, we're going to have to rethink this room, this sort of like whole house layout, but it's doing quite well as a little dormitory at the moment, so probably best not to mess with things until we know they're working. Now, as far as this room goes, it's going okay as well. A little bit full of stuff. This smithy, I'm hoping we can get enough of the clay bricks. It seems like we're making far more tiles than we are bricks, which is fine. At least we are sort of doing stuff. We do need to make sure that we have actually moved these across as well, if people wouldn't mind doing that. Probably sooner rather than later. I don't think we're going to be able to do that tonight because it's kind of going to time out a wee bit. But that's okay. At the very least, we're getting some stuff together. We're moving into a much more advanced version of industry now that we have all of our linen stuff, now that we have all of our other stuff as well. There's a new little baby Marie. Marie or Mary or however you want to say it. I think that looks more like Marie from my perspective. But that will be Margaret's baby. There we go. She's very grateful, so hopefully she'll stick about for a little bit. And in the meantime, everybody else can have a nice wee sleep. Nans is not particularly well satisfied because she's, you know, staying up. We may need to get another sleeping spot just for you to just, you know, hang your head down. There you go. You're sleeping in the light, but, you know, these things happen, I suppose. Elizabeth is very well satisfied. That's great. Nans is our hauler. Catherine's working away. All looking pretty good. And yeah, that's us halfway through summer. Finally, we've gotten Martin and Elspeth's new place completed. We're managing to get a lot of stuff done with our clay stuff. Hopefully this is a sign that things are really going to start progressing soon. And we're going to really start to conquer the rest of this map. But yep, just want to say a big thank you for everybody watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. Hopefully you've been enjoying the episode so far. And yeah, just want to give a big shout out to you guys in the comments. Thank you very much for, you know, putting down the wee comments. Big thank you as well to all the members of the Burger Band for supporting the channel. Really helps us out. If you do want to help the channel out, you can become a member of the Burger Band for as little as £1 a month. Just, you know, really helps us get the videos out. Very much appreciated. And if you go a wee bit higher tier, gives you access to videos as soon as they're supposed to come out rather than when they're scheduled to. Do want to say as well a little bit of an apology that the uploading schedule has been a little bit more sporadic between the issues that we've had with the sound and a couple other things. I've had to scrap a couple of recording projects, but we should be back on track now. Things are looking a little bit better. But yeah, no, just want to say big thank you for everybody watching. Hopefully you've been enjoying the series, hopefully you've been enjoying the content. Till next time, take care.